Yes.
Sarah, do you have a favorite destination? Tell us.
I think the destination that I enjoyed most was Maldives. But so that is one of the nikipata mtu, that's one of the destinations I want to go back to.
So hujapata?
Wakili
Hujapata?
nasikiza. Wakili nasikiza.
Anasikiza. Hujapata bado?
Okay, sitafuti for now. Wakili ameniambia kwanza tuchape kazi, kwanza I heal,
Yes.
and then sasa tutafute.
Unajua chenye wakili anafanya? Anazuia kisima. Natoshwa mashosha kwa hapa. Nako tayari. Wakili anafunika kisima. Anajua toshwa mashosha kiingia. Unga inaweza mwagika.
Yes.
So nasikia mwenye wakili anamuadvise ati heal kwanza. Amekuwa therapist. Mnapeleka my youth Dubs. Dubs peke yake ama other parts of the Gulf ama yeah.
Thank you, Pato. What you're doing is that our modus operandi, our mode of operation is different.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten a financier by the name of Kenya Commercial Bank. So he's a strategic partner.
Yeah.
Essentially what you're doing is that first of all, you secure the job, or we get the contacts there, and it's a fairly new venture, which is called Virtuous A to Z Recruitment.
A to Z.
A to Z. It is duly licensed by the Ministry of Labour, and I wish to express my gratitude to the CS Mutua for supporting the venture. So basically what you're doing, when you get them enterprise, it's in the Middle East and Dubai.
Okay.
Presently, we have taken people like plumbers, electricians, masonaries, and those kind of people. Next week, we have been able to secure, I think, 100 riders.
Actually, it's 400
Excellent.
border riders.
Yes.
To do what?
To go deliver food.
They will be doing deliveries.
In Dubai.
But
Dubai.
what's attractive? What they do in Kenya and what they're going to do in Dubai?
Obviously, it's the money.
You'd be surprised, Patrick, that the remuneration for those riders in Dubai is even higher than for a driver, because the take home is 120,000.
Take home.
Yes.
A
So
month.
ukisha cheza na ushuru unapeleka mtaa wa mbao.
Na huko hakuna shashi tax.
Walai.
So essentially, even if you want to go and you don't even have the money for the visa, for the processing fee, and the recruitment agency, the arrangement you have with KCB is that KCB finances your process. Then when you get there, because these jobs are also the respective entities, we first of all vet them. Then now the bank will be doing a check-off against your pay.
And then what are the qualifications?
Qualifications depend in terms of the employment that you are seeking, so that by the time now you're asking for plumbers, of course, you may have some background in terms of plumbing work. If it's about trader, we are working very closely with the NTSA, because we must get those kind of licenses. So it is based on merits. It's not meritocracy of each particular job.
And how do people
how
do people go about tapping into these
And applying.
opportunities and applying?
Well, we are doing as the Queen has said about it. We are doing two things. One is through the social media, through our pages. You can easily go and see the jobs that are available, and through the platforms that we have.
And every time we travel, we'll meet with Kenyans in the Gulf, and they'll be happy to see us. And I felt that one day this is something that I would want to do, because you're not just doing business, you're giving back to the society. And I think one thing that we can applaud the current government is they have taken these jobs very seriously. Like in Saudi Arabia right now, they are building 90 hotels, a lot of buildings. So there are very many job opportunities, 1 million jobs. And I would actually tell your fans, this Monday, we have the interviews for the border riders. So even if you don't have the certificate, the certificate for the border, the license, it's good to start the application and you start getting your license, because you'll be able to earn better money than when you're a driver in the car. So Monday we have interviews. People are coming from Dubai, So whoever wants to better their lives, I say these jobs, anyone earning under 20,000 shillings needs to apply for the jobs. We also have caregivers. It's very urgent, and you just need to be a Form 4 leaver, because once you get there, they'll train you to, that is caregivers, to look after the
Elderly.
sick and elderly.
Yeah.
We have an order for 80 women and 50 men caregivers, and the training will be done for them for free. So the interviews are ongoing. So I feel that people in your fan base need to take advantage and bring their application. Also nurses, we have a lot of opportunities for them. So those nurses in the villages earning less than 30,000, in the Gulf, they'll be able to earn around 250,000.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are these interviews happening?
And when?
At
it's
our
Monday, yeah.
offices,
Where?
Virtuous Women Foundation, Seattle Mall, 3rd floor.
Seattle Mall is Kiambu Road.
Yes, so
Road.
Monday specifically, we have opportunities for 400
Okay.
motorcycle riders.
Okay.
And even if those who don't have the licenses, let them start applying as soon as possible.
Okay. So we've
Yes.
said 400 border riders opportunities,
50.
80 caregivers.
No,
Yes.
men, women.
Yeah.
80 women, 50
men.
50 women.
And nurses.
Nurses, we have opportunities for over 100.
And for caregivers, you've indicated that so long as you're a Form 4 leaver, how about some of those caregivers who've already been trained locally?
Those ones have another advantage. Yes, and the salary is also very good. It's, I think, 62,000. Yes.
Okay, per
Yes.
month.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
Yes.
very good.
that's amazing.
know.
But in some other countries like Oman, we had an opportunity for the CNA caregivers. They were earning 120,000. Yes, so the opportunities keep coming and going.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not just tourism you're doing. You are
Empowering
women, men.
and,
Yes.
and
Another
creating
generation.
what we call market linkages.
Yes, and we'd like to thank our Minister of Labor, that is Dr. Alfred Mutua. Even right now as we speak, is in Saudi. I think it's a very interesting job. When you I find even him, he has a lot of
Passion.
energy and passion in doing this, because it's like empowering the youth and giving back to the society.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll ask you a question, and maybe Wakili, you can jump in and respond to this. We've had cases of agencies being set up in this country, taking people abroad and then dumping them there, right? And then you hear cases of negligence, cases of mistreatment, and documents being taken away and stuff like that. How is this one going to be different, such that no one is going to come through your entity, and then much later we hear of stories, people hurting in those destinations that you've taken them, people not going for months without pay, people having their documents taken away, people being mistreated, beaten up and stuff like that. How different
Jailed.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, what I would say is we have a clean course. Yes, we have had cases of people being mistreated. Before we started the business, I personally had to go to Saudi Arabia and do a very good due diligence. Right now, all the jobs that we are advertising are NEA certified. NEA is the National Employment Authority that certifies the jobs and does its due diligence on the other side before we are allowed to give the jobs to Kenyans. But now that even in our tourism industry, we have always sorted anyone who has traveled and maybe an issue came up. So even this one, if they went and maybe the employer refused to pay or mistreated them, we would be happy to fly them back. Yes, so first we have gotten sure that they are certified jobs, verified jobs, and then secondly, we are ready to sort them in case anything comes up. Yes, but we have some who just want to go and get out of the country, but they are not ready to work. Some are drug and alcoholics. So when they get there and there is no alcohol, like some go to Saudi to heal. After rehab, they go to work there to heal. But when there is no alcohol, you find the person is he's like a zombie, cannot work. So now that one, they will have to take care of their flight back. But in case it's the employer with the problem, we'll take care of the flight back.
Okay. Finally, 10 years from now, Where do you see yourself?
Of course, I see myself with a hotel chain, not just in Kenya, but in other parts of Africa. I see myself with an airline, especially for local. I find like sometimes they are too expensive. And also, I wish that the company Bonfire Mtalii will be in almost every country in Africa and a few countries in cities in Europe and US. Yes.
Amazing.
But of course, this is with a lot of strategic partnerships from like trusted people from different parts around the world and even locally.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a woman version of Richard Branson.
No doubt.
I'll see her.
No doubt.
What's your word to our young women?
Right there.
In this
outside,
country.
who are listening to you right now.
I always tell them that success is possible, depends with the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work hard to achieve your dreams.
And when it comes to relationships, now that you've had an experience and you've lived long and you've made money, what's
What do
your
you say?
advice?
I would like to tell them that even those in happy marriages currently, it's good to do an audit on your marriage. It's good to have a therapist who keeps on check on what is happening, because they say it's better kujenga ufa kuliko ujenga ukuta.
Yeah.
It's also good to have boundaries, and then it's not good to overdo. They say love is blind. So like for my case, my mistake was loving too much, trusting too much, caring too much, and out of that, at the end of it all, it ended hurting me. One thing I have learned from Wakili lessons is on self-love.